So even though you describe it so beautifully, it's a place that truly like it depending on how you were raised, but in my upbringing, the gray area was people who had no idea what they were talking about, right? And like those are the people like, oh, okay, they still on a journey, they still figure it out. And to find out later, they were so open and loving and willing to
I
find.
think that's a judgment people give other people when they're scared to access themselves, right? Like I remember, like, sometimes we hear older people say, "Oh, she just trying to figure it out," or things like that. And really what that is kind of this mixture of admiration and judgment. Because people that have an observation like that of another person as they're processing in that lens of judgment or trying to put a definition on, it's usually because they are unprocessed in certain regards or unhealed in certain regards. And so it's easy to point out someone else and say, oh, they're going through it, or oh, they're still on their journey, or they're figuring it out. When in actuality, that is the constant. That's what each of us is doing and is supposed to doing. But if we make the choice not to, and we make the choice not to move forward or not to heal, then we stay stuck and we're just in judgment and observation of other people. But that gray area where people are kind of maybe effortlessly sharing their testimony or sharing their process or seeming like they're trying to figure it out, that's what we should all be striving for. That's the point of being alive. That's why we're here. There's not, and there shouldn't be a moment for any of us. And I've talked to some of the wisest people that have ever walked this earth, and they will be the first to tell you that their life is a constant surrender and evolution. And they would be the first to tell you that, run away from anyone that calls themselves an expert or anyone that says they've arrived somewhere. Run the opposite direction. That's not who you should learn from, because they're rigid and they're stuck. And there's this quote that I love. It says, an intelligent man asks for enlightenment. A wise man becomes love and allows everything to come to him.